Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams. And welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. The things in your life that need to heat up are heating up. And the things in your life that need to cool down or cool off are cooling down and cooling off. Okay, so this is like balance. A calm after a storm. You know, you think of like the calm before the storm. This is the calm after the storm. There's already been a storm. Now, there could be a storm that somebody wants to start in your world, but no. You're in control of that. So if somebody wants to get some drama going, some chaos going in your world, you're in complete control of that. They don't have the power to do that, okay? But there is something that you've been through, and things are coming into a state of balance because you handled the storm beautifully. Love that, Spirit. Thank you. What's coming through for this beautiful being, Divine? What do they need to know? Ooh, deceit. What do we need to know about this deceit? There's somebody who is trying to bring deceit regarding your prosperity, your abundant energy. They wanted you impatient about something. They wanted you to give up on something before it was time. Okay, this could be related to that storm. There could have been someone who came in with some really troubling energy. Some very challenging energy. I'm hearing somebody say, hold me back. Yeah, sometimes it's like that, isn't it? So you may have wanted to come at somebody with the exact same energy that they came at you with. I'm hearing, but you had decorum. You exercised self-control and patience. You did what you needed to do. You didn't sit there and take it. If it was mistreatment or whatever, you stood up for yourself. But you did not get out of character. You maintained a sense of integrity, and you're being rewarded for that. Even if you feel like you didn't, that's what's coming through, beautiful being. You know, Spirit does allow us to express emotion and to express anger and to process the emotional pain that we go through. And I'm getting that that's what you did, but you still had integrity and you remained true to yourself. But there's somebody who wanted you to give up on something before it was time. Okay, they may have wanted you to give up on a caring connection, and instead they wanted you to have an attachment. So I'm getting the energy here of a choice, where you had a choice to go the way of deceit, to give up on your dreams, to give up on the beautiful, wonderful things in your life that are blessings. These could be connections, these could be creative endeavors. And somebody tried to steer you in the way of having an attachment. And also of not being yourself, because she's wearing a mask there, or she's holding a mask. It's like she's holding it up and she's like, should I or shouldn't I? Should I be myself or should I fake the funk? You know? Yeah. Somebody wanted you to not be yourself, and they wanted you to feel in conflict. 444 on the timer, you're protected from this energy. They wanted you to be in conflict about being yourself. So there's something that they didn't want you to experience as far as your growth. This looks like the temperance angel to me, sort of, okay? It gives me that vibe, especially since it says patience, and temperance is definitely related to patience. There's somebody who wanted to cause a tower to your path, with that being card 16. Your path towards temperance, okay? And they wanted you to give up on a caring connection, which is a source of abundance for you. Okay. Oh, let me show you the deceit card too, because I'm going to clarify that. Let's see what this energy is. Spirit. I want to see what archetype is coming through with this deceit card. Oh, well, at the bottom we've got femme fatale. She loves to come through in these readings every once in a while. I do notice that. Okay, Spirit, what's this deceit energy? Okay, so it's someone who, I'm getting that they wanted you to be their mentor. They might not have let you know this. They see you as a mentor. Oh my gosh, I'm getting downloads. They see you as a parent, like they want you to be their parent. This is a person who has a very deep parental wound. Could be a mother wound, could be a father wound, could be both. They have mother hunger, they have father hunger. So whatever abandonment or neglect it is that they experienced from either of their parents or both, they are hungry for that energy to be fulfilled. There's a void there from whatever love it is that they did not receive, whatever affirmation, whatever acceptance they did not receive from their parents, and they want you to fill that void. I'm seeing the Staples easy button, you know, like Staples, and you get the easy button. People have those things sitting on their desk and it's like you're supposed to hit the easy button. That's what they want. But they were going to cause a tower in your world doing this, because they want to, I heard, creep into your world and hit the easy button and say, okay, you're going to teach me, you're going to love me, you're going to do everything that my mom or dad didn't do for me. That's an aspect of the deceit, is that they did not want to reveal to you that they actually see you as their parent. They see you as their abundance. They want you in a caring connection. But what I'm also getting is that, okay, if you have whatever caring connection you have in your life, it could be with a child, it could be with your own parent, it could be with a lover. They wanted to end that connection and replace whatever that was within your life. They want to replace it with themselves. They want to insert their own energy into your world. So there are lots of things coming into play here. It's some of that, if I can't have you, no one can. And it's not just about romantic connections. Like, they literally wanted to isolate you from every, that was just 9/11 on the timer, every caring connection in your world. They wanted you to feel as lonely as they feel, so that you would want to be with them. Because this person has such low self-esteem and they are so insecure that they do not present themselves as a person who's like, hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I heard Eminem, my name is Slim Shady. Okay, this person might be blonde. Doesn't have to be. Okay, they might be envious of your creative energy. There could be something that you just do very naturally, you know, and they are so envious of it. They might go around starting fights, starting trouble, because I think about like Eminem, he started fights with, or, you know, like arguments and salacious conflict with Mariah Carey, also with Michael Jackson, okay? So this person might do things like that, just picking fights, okay? This person also is famous for wearing a mask because they don't present themselves as who they really are. They might dye their hair. Still thinking about Eminem, you know, just all the downloads I got from that. It does feel like this person presents themselves as a femme fatale. That is the character that they most highly associate themselves with. They might be oversexed. They might be extremely obsessed with sexual energy. Maybe that's how they tried to enter your world. But ultimately, they see you and want you as a mentor and as a parent. And you know, in a lot of mental illnesses, those things can cross over. I mean, it doesn't even have to be necessarily mental illness. There are certain ways in which we correlate the energy of our parents to the person that we are with romantically as well, okay? And that can have a big effect on us. How we interacted with our parents, how our parents interacted with us can have an impact on the type of lover that we select and how we feel with that lover. But there's something very much intertwined, interrelated when it comes to this person as to the relationships they had with their parents or didn't have, and how they have sought a connection with you. It is, with this person, it is to the level of mental illness. Because they're sadistic. That's what I'm getting. With this deceit card, that's what I'm seeing. Please clarify this energy, Spirit. This was in the reverse. Alchemist, yeah. They work with 1, 2, 3, 4. They work with very sadistic energy, rituals, in order to manipulate and control people. Ultimately, they want you to be patient with them. They want you to put up with whatever it is that they want to do for their own gain, for their own purpose, intention, whatever it is that they want. Your healing energy, they wanted to compete with it, with healer and athlete. Also, they feel like if they were able to, you see how on this healer card, they're like working on this person. They feel like if they are able to get you in their realm, or if they're able to get in your realm, that they've done something, like they've won the competition. Everything for them is a competition. I'm getting that this person could have a sibling that they have extremely, a very dark past with. There's something about that. I don't know. They see you as the Messiah, and you really do. You serve humanity with humility, okay? But this person is locked in and obsessed with your energy. Okay, Spirit. Oh my God. What do we need to know about this, Divine? This person's energy is very disturbing. With the Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups, this person suffers from rejection. You have an immense amount of success, stability, and whatever has been going in a direction that didn't feel natural or didn't feel like things were aligned, that's changing. So the wheel is moving in your favor regarding stability, regarding your finances, Okay, that could be why this reading is coming through. This person might sense that or see that if they stalk you. Okay, they already came through as a reversed alchemist, so a person who does baneful magic. And so here with the High Priestess and Ace of Wands, I'm seeing Spirit is saying, you come through, beautiful being, with your rituals of protection and peace. Maintain your peace and your protection. Okay. Queen of Swords to the Moon. What else needs to be known here, Spirit? Queen of Swords to the Moon. Yeah, there's something very hidden. And it's an illusion. What is this illusion that this being is trying to hide? There's something that they want to present as that they have a boundary up and they're over something. Like, whatever boundaries they're like, this could be a person that's like, I'm not thinking about the collective. I'm over that and I'm beyond that. That boundary is an illusion. They have told someone or said something that would lead someone to believe that they are not seeking any sort of healing or repair with you, the Star, that a cycle has been closed. But what's the reality here, Spirit, of the energy they're trying to send towards the Divine Collective? A new beginning for a connection. Exactly. So they're trying to act like, because you know what? Truth has come out. Either you have spoken truth, truth has been revealed, where people are able to see this person's true energy, 1717 on the timer, and you shine as the star. That's the energy that you align with, the frequency that you're in. And so they're embarrassed. They feel like a failure because they didn't connect with your energy. And the reason why they didn't is because you saw them. You saw the truth of how they were trying to connect with you, which was in a very maniacal, controlling, sadistic way. They didn't come to you and say, you know what, I really love your healing vibe and I just love to talk to you about something, you know, maybe could we talk or get some lunch or, you know, something. They didn't come to you in a straightforward way. They pretended. They wore a mask with that attachment card. So they're trying to act like they have boundaries up and the cycle is closed and that's over and done. But really what they want is a new beginning that would bring conflict. They want a new beginning with you because they feel conflicted. And so that's what they are trying to bring to you is conflict, because that's what they feel within themselves. They want a new beginning that would bring a new start with a Queen of Cups. You're coming through as a Queen of Cups, whether you're male, female, non-binary. But what they're seeking is a connection with your nurturing energy. They want your waters, I'm hearing. They want your waters. Take that how it resonates. I'm already getting that this person is very sexually driven. So depending on your situation or your environment, you might need to have certain boundaries in place with that in mind, you know? Yeah, boundaries. Speaking of, 7 of Wands. I had already pulled the, well, that's spooky in a cool way though, because we've got the 4 of Pentacles where you're holding on to your energy and the cycle really is closed. Because I had seen where they were pretending that the cycle was closed, but it really is closed because you've said that it's closed. You've said that it's done, and it is done. I don't know how that came out again, but thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Okay? It's over. It's over. So what needs to be known with that in mind? Yeah, judgment. So now they're under judgment. That's another reason why they want to come through. And look, it's minute 20 on the timer, and this is card 20. Spirit, thank you for your confirmations. I love every single one. They are facing the truth. This is the Hall of Truths, the Hall of Two Truths, the Judgment card. They're facing the scales of justice. And, you know, their heart must be lighter than a feather, right? But what they carry with them is so much pain and burden from their childhood. And then not only that, because a lot of us have that, right? A lot of us went through so much pain and trauma as children, right? But when we become adults, it is up to us to handle our pain responsibly, right? Our job is to understand that pain, to transmute it, to alchemize it, to love ourselves through that pain. 2111 on the timer. And so they were given a choice to either love themselves through that pain. And see, when you love yourself, you naturally love others. Even if you are distanced from them, you still don't hate them. You still don't spew hatred at them because you're too busy loving yourself. And when you give yourself that love, that's what you radiate. But they chose not to love themselves. They chose to hate themselves. They chose to look in the mirror and find so many flaws and faults with themselves that they felt that they had to wear a mask. They couldn't even approach you and say, look, I'm hurting. And I love the way that you are. I love what you say. I love the way you carry yourself. And I just want to learn. I just want to learn. You know, some kind of way they could have come to you where they were honest and pure and without a mask. And even if they did wear a mask, at least they didn't have to carry a sword, 2222, weapons in their hands, okay, to try to harm you. And that is why you blocked them out of your life, is because you knew that they were bringing harm. And you weren't about to have that because your job is to protect your peace. And it already came through that you have caring connections in your life. You might be a parent. Your job is to protect your children. You might be in a love relationship. Your job is to protect your relationship. And no matter, you know, even if you are without children or without a relationship, your job is to protect yourself. And that's exactly what you chose to do. What else needs to be known about this situation, Spirit? Like, especially moving forward. You're a sweetheart. The sweetheart that you are, not only are you moving on, but you're also ascending. Okay? You're stable. So whatever it is that you do, it's paying off. I keep getting that. Like stability, growth. I also get that you're very wise with what you have. You don't blow it. And you don't use the financial abundance that you have in a way that you're trying to prove something to other people. You use it for your stability, for your security. Okay? Somebody might need to call security on this karmic though, because is there anything that we need to know about protection from that, Spirit? You focused on your money. But they could be focused on your money as well. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so they're, oh, look, they're trying to get divination on your abundance. I just want them to get a hobby. I do. Like, I want them to, like, get a book list, you know. Maybe pick one that they like. Read a book, you know. But here they are getting readings on your abundance and on your relationship. Okay. Something related to, okay, you've got boss, surprise, expectation, and distant future, and then conflict. So all of their focus that they're putting on your stability, if you have a job, if you work with, work in a career, whatever energy it is that they are putting into that, and whatever conflict it is that they're trying to bring, it's leading to their own poverty. Also, if there's some sort of situation here where they have planted someone in your life to try to create poverty in your world, okay, whatever flying monkeys they've been using, they're also experiencing poverty because their focus has been on you. So guess what? That feeds your abundance. It's like these energies have tried to focus on you so much that what they've been doing, they didn't plan for this, but they've been handing over their energy to you in the ethers because they're focusing on you. And so it's almost as if whatever abundance they would be able to generate, they're handing it over to you. It's like you think about people who write a book about what they've been through, the spiritual warfare they've been through, the people who have attacked them, the gang stalking, all of that. They turn that around and they write a book that helps other people who are going through that. That's exactly what these people have been doing. They've been giving you energy that you have been able to alchemize, while they are left empty-handed because they've been handing all their energy over to you. Okay, Spirit. Anything else there? Yeah, they put themselves in bondage. And so now not only do they have the pain that they started with, the pain that many of us have of past traumas and things like that, but then the way that they dealt with that trauma was that they tried to traumatize you. And so that has placed them in even more bondage. They've got more ropes, more chains all around them. You know, this is actually really sad because whatever energy it is that we focus on, it does manifest in the physical realm. And so all of this bondage that they were trying to place you under, they have manifested that for themselves. And being in that low vibe, this being and their flying monkeys are manifesting health concerns. And I don't wish that on anyone, but it's coming through and it's very, very sad. You know? Yeah, so this is a soulmate in the reverse. This is someone that you have known from a past life, but they have chosen to align with very low vibe energy. They wanted to turn a starseed. If you identify with that, I don't really do much with the starseed term, but you might identify with that. But a divine being, someone here on this earth who is chosen for a very important purpose, and you align with that purpose, okay? But they tried to turn you on your side. They didn't want you in the upright. They wanted you constantly guessing. What is my purpose? What is my path? What should I do? And I feel like one reason why they wanted to do that was because they felt very rejected by you. But taking accountability, they need to ask why you ever rejected them. And it's because they came at you with very evil plans, very low vibrations. They wanted to control you, and that was never your job to put up with that energy. Not ever. Not ever. Thank you, Spirit. You're in an infinite flow of abundance and of growth. Also, I'm seeing there, you know, it came through that they want your waters. You do have beautiful water energy. You flow. Also, you're open to receive, which is one reason why you are truly receiving beautiful things. This abundance is able to flow to you because you're open to it. As you release resistance, your flow of blessings is increasing without limitation. The things that you have envisioned in your mind's eye are coming to pass because you're open to it. You're open to it. Yeah, you're on a path of triumph. That's another reason why people want to crawl from out the woodwork and reappear, you know. I'm also getting that energy of, I was watching a really good movie and I was looking under the comments and there were several people who were like, yeah, my family made this movie and I'm so glad my friend was starring in this role. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I could see through the energy, and it's like, it just came to me that that person in real life would not say that about that person, because I didn't sense a true connection with them. It felt like they were in the comments to get a lot of praise, and they did. Like, that comment got lots of attention. You know, hundreds of likes, like, oh, you know them? Oh, that's so cool. It's like they were using any sort of connection that they may have had to that person for clout. And the connection they may have had to that person could have been that they were teasing that person in high school, or they were making fun of them when they said that they wanted to be an actor or an actress. You know what I mean? I was just picking up on that energetically, but there's something about that here where somebody wants to reappear from your past and they want to be connected with you even though they never supported you. But they see that you're on a path of triumph. Yeah, their path is blocked. They may not enter. And you might be a very empathic being, I'm hearing a wholehearted being. Like, your heart is so wholesome and it's so gorgeous. It gleams with beautiful green light. And there's something about you that loves to help people like this person, okay? I need to get some, because this one right here, Ashe to the ancestors. There's something about, like, you have this natural inclination, this gift, where people like this who want your mentorship, you're able to help them. But you also are aware that if a person comes to you with an open heart, you are able to help them and assist them. But if they come to you with greed, lust, a desire to hurt you, a desire to bring harm your way, a desire to eliminate the love in your life so that they can come in, 3333 on the timer, there's no room for that kind of collaboration, because it's evil. It's almost like a test. Divine is like, yeah, you have a gift and it's a beautiful one. Yes, you have empathy, but you also need boundaries. So this person almost presented like the ultimate both lesson and test. It is not your job to heal everyone. And just because you have access to an infinite flow of abundance and healing energy, it does not mean that everyone should have access to you. Quite the opposite. Because if you open up that energy to everyone and allow it to infinitely flow to everyone and anyone, then you won't have it first and foremost for yourself, for the people that you have caring connections with, that you choose to nurture a relationship with, and then you wouldn't have it for the divine beings that you want to give that healing energy to. So it's not only your responsibility to nurture your gift, but to have discernment as to who should have access to your gifts. there's a manifestation flame that burns within you, and that's something that a lot of people want to access, protect it, because you are always able to manifest. I'm getting that even on like a day where life might feel a little difficult, you are still able to manifest. And that's one reason why Divine was saying at the beginning, like, what's supposed to heat up in your life is heating up, and what's supposed to cool down or cool off is cooling off. Your manifestation is heating up. That's something that's never going to change. You're always going to be able to manifest. But people who have wanted to access your energy, your manifestation flame, whenever they feel like it, and who have wanted to abuse it, that's cooling off, because they're not going to be able to access you anymore, because that cycle has closed. And it's because you're holding on to your energy. You're protecting your energy and what you've manifested. Yeah, so someone is feeling hopeful about reconnecting with you, but it's false. It's like a false dawn. Okay, so even if they embark on a path where they think that you're going to be standing at the end of it, no. And they're just going to have to deal with that. Yeah, they are bound by chains. The same chains they hoped to bind you with. They are currently under an illusion. Their judgment is clouded, but they are under judgment. So they're going to be awakened from any sort of illusion that they are currently under. And at the end of that illusion is the awareness that they don't have access to you, and they never will. Okay, this is what comes with that disillusionment, okay, that falling away of the illusions that they're currently under right now. They're going to realize that they're wearing chains of doubt that keep them from being able to enter your world. Also, what I'm getting is that is the energy that they project. Doubt, self-doubt. That's one reason why they are not allowed in your realm, is because they constantly wanted you to doubt yourself. They were not saying congratulations to you at any point on your journey. And if they said it, they may have said it, but then behind your back they were smearing your name. So it was only to set you up. So they can't come into your zone with that energy of doubt. Okay? This is a wind of change. It feels refreshing. It feels like on a really hot day when you're all sweaty and working hard and you feel the breeze across your face. That's what this change feels like. It's much needed, and it does bring change. That also brings beautiful opportunities that help you to manifest exactly what you deserve and you desire. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. What about these caring connections? Okay, what do we need to know about these caring connections, Spirit? Devotion. There's devotion in your world. Whatever kind of rocky energy was projected into your world, you have devotion. So there are positive memories. Divine is saying to reflect on positive memories, because someone wanted to fill your mind with wicked things and evil things and heavy burdens, but you have greatness that you can focus on. Forging stronger bonds through mutual polishing. So this is like there are beings in your world that you learn from each other. You help one another to grow and to shine brighter. Okay? You bring out your most positive attributes. There's a secret garden. I was watching that movie. It popped up on my feed the other day, The Secret Garden. It was interesting. I watched like the first maybe 30 minutes of it. There could have been something that you went through as a child that was very heavy, very difficult to deal with, but it may have opened a door for you to experience the beauty of nature, and it may have also helped you connect with your spiritual gifts. You're opening the secret garden of your heart to true love. letting trust blossom within. It can be very hard to trust when you have known beings that are sadistic and that want to control and sort of monopolize the energy of your heart. But Divine is holding your hand as you go through this door to a secret garden where you're discovering deeper aspects of yourself that are so beautiful and so pure. And it's safe to experience that with a certain being or with certain beings that you're learning that you can trust. Bit by bit. Okay? Bit by bit. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful for these messages. Thank you for allowing them to flow through me. And thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I really appreciate you. I also thank you for your likes, your kind comments, your shares, your hypes, your subscribes, your donations, every bit of love that you send to In Her Dreams. I am so grateful for. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy. And so many blessings. Take care.